motorcycle is freedom on the open road. It is the ability to completely surround yourself in your environment. I live my life for riding motorcycles and for helping our veterans and first responders. I'm Adam Sandoval, and I'm a world record motorcyclist. This record-breaking trip that I took me coast to coast over 14 times, north to south 9. And I did it on an old Electroglide Standard. You know, I had hit a point in my life where I knew I needed some change, really starting to have a regret for never joining the military. So I started looking for ways that I could give back. I went to my dad one day with this idea of, hey Dad, I think I'm gonna quit my job. I think I'm gonna sell all my stuff and use my life assets to go ride around the country and raise money for our military. To my shock, my dad looked at me, he said, son, if you don't do that, you're a complete idiot. The motorcycle community is really what made this happen. They help one another. You may not even know another motorcyclist, but when you see them in need, you help them. And I experienced that on every piece of this country. From the East Coast to the West Coast, from the North to the South, people were coming out to help me that have never met me before. Along my travels, a lot of times I stayed in different campgrounds. To be able to have a campground of my own is an absolute dream. And even more importantly, I found a way to give back even with this campground. When I started my mission, I wasn't really prepared for what was ahead of me. A lot of times I was sleeping right next to my bike, behind gas stations, in between buildings and cities, in farmers' fields. It became real clear real quick that maintenance and maintaining and keeping my motorcycle rolling was going to be one of the major things I need to focus on. I learned the hard way. At every stop, I'm getting inconsistent fuel. And that fuel is gumming up and creating varnish inside my engine. Using a high quality fuel additive will make sure your engine's running consistent on the inside, no matter how consistent your fuel stops are. My go-to fuel additive is Techron Power Sports. Since using it, I definitely see better performance, and I get better fuel economy too. And if I'm taking a break from riding for whatever reason, Techron Power Sports keeps my engine protected because it stabilizes fuel for up to 24 months. So if you're like me, you don't want any engine problems slowing you down. When you're on that road, it's about one thing, and that's the ride.